Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your Hypoxix coach for today, and we have level 4.4 chair teaser. This level 4 movement with this level 4 breathography where we're adding in 1 6-beat breath retention to slowly bridge that gap between all 4-beat breath retentions and moving to all 6-beat is a wonderful method of increasing the core strength at the end of the exhalation and also improving our carbon dioxide tolerance both inside our exercise session and outside our exercise session. And how amazingly efficient that we can do a core exercise that's giving us total body strength, core strength, but also this one is total body strength, and reducing our risk for injury and lessening our daily stress. I just love that. So there's your pep talk. Let's get into it. If you're working with a Hypoxix coach and they've suggested a variation on this exercise, always follow that because that's there to optimize your program based on your assessment. Let's begin. The ball is in between your inner thighs here. Now remember, the ball is not only there to engage the inner thighs, knees shooting over third toes, and more deeply connect you to your core, but it's also here as tactile feedback. You know, if you start feeling the ball move around too much while you do the exercise, you probably have lost your pelvic stability, and because we're trying to stabilize the pelvis with this exercise, that is a good indicator that you should either bring the feet down or move to back to level 1, 2, or 3 before you go into this exercise. Additionally, we need to maintain that deep connection to the tactile feedback from our ab ribbon. So the ab ribbon should be loosening on soft shish and loud shish of the engaged exhale and keeping it loose on our breath retention. Just a little bit. You just need to feel the difference in pressure between tight and loose. Doesn't need to be extremely loose. But if you can't feel the difference, you may need to either loosen your ab ribbon a teeny bit because of the natural thickening of the waist in an isolated core exercise like this. That's normal. Or you may need to just go back to one of the previous levels, and that's totally fine. Meet yourself where you're at. All of these 5 levels of the chair teaser are beneficial for strengthening the core. My passion is getting you to integrate your deep core with your superficial core in these exercises, okay? So we get a 4-6-4 breath retention formula today. This is as much a posture exercise as it is a core exercise. You're going to interlace your fingers, non-dominant grip on top first, pull the fingers apart. So if the fingers are slippery, they pull apart like that. And then put your hands behind your head, press your head back into your hands, and also use your hands to lift your head up. There's that Hypoxix headstance, head posture in every exercise. Our head is 20 or 30 pounds. Put it in the wrong position, reinforce dysfunction. Put it in the right position, reinforce function, and challenge your abs more. And that's what we're going for here. Now here, our visual system is always challenged in every Hypoxix exercise because of the change in the shape of the eyeballs, our nervous system, cognition, the muscles of our eyes. And so for today, we're going to stare at a far point away from us. Mine's a microphone across the room. Hopefully yours is even farther, maybe a mountain outside the window, a tree, something like that, down the hall at a picture frame. Stare at it, find it, get specific with it, and don't move. That's your meditation, and that's the eyeball strength. Now you're pulling your head back away from that point for your head posture. Here's what the exercise looks like. Kick and a kick. Notice I'm not straightening my legs all the way. You can if you want to. It's just the simple alternating movement of the legs that's challenging the core. Now, in terms of the pelvis, we want to make sure that the weight is equal between the two sit bones and that we're finding our neutral spine. So you're not too far forward, driving the pressure on the pubic bone, and we're not too far back, driving the pressure on the tailbone. We want to be about halfway between the two, and when you lean back, maintaining approximately that position. You'll fall back a little, but I don't want you to crush your tailbone, and I don't want you to go forward where the low back is overworking. Usually you can figure out whether or not you're in you're neutral when you lean back. Are you feeling your abdominals? With your hip flexors do get strong here, get strengthened, so it's a myth that you shouldn't feel them. The problem is if you only feel lower back and hip flexors and no abs, especially when we get into our breathing routine, then you know that you could probably shift back a little bit more to find those deep abdominals. Okay, so let's hit it. Interlace fingers, head back. Here we go. Legs up, zip up, activation. Inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Loosen your ribbon. You're holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. Inhale. Heighten the spine. Loosen your ribbon. You're keeping it loose for 6, 5, 4. Find your point. 3, 2, and a 1. Feel the ribbon, but stay engaged. Inhale. Head back. Loosen your ribbon. You're holding 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Amazing work.